And welcome back to Good Morning Kentucky. I'm joined by Ashley Cade. You know, Ashley, I have another 2 words. Stay alert.
Stay alert. Those are 2 other good ones. We've got a lot of good words.
Stay alert with our alerts.
Yes, stay alert. Make sure that you're keeping on top of the weather aware this morning, because although we do have a lot of that snow moving out, we've still got the impacts left over for this morning.
And I feel like people don't really take precautions. They're like, oh, it's just a little bit of snow, whatever.
Right.
But they don't realize until they get out how slick it really can be out there.
Yeah, people try to let the egos get in the way, but definitely don't do that this morning, because we do see some of those slick conditions out there. It's still snowing in some places also. Anywhere where we have those winter weather advisories, that's where we're going to want to take that extra precautions out there, slowing it down, leaving plenty of room between you and the car ahead of you. Anywhere where you're seeing that purple, if you are in one of those counties, that's where you are most likely to have those impacts on your morning commute. So we'll be keeping track of that as we go through this morning. That goes through 10 a.m. today, although we are starting to see a lot of that snowfall really burning out, drying up. Here you can see that on Viper radar, where that band of snow that we've been tracking over the past few hours has really been weakening and becoming less and less impressive. There are still places where you could be seeing those flakes falling, or maybe even some steady snow. Here almost to Jackson is where we're starting to see that band moving through. Others to the southeast, still all that you're seeing is rain. That's all you have seen, and you probably won't see much else. Others in the bluegrass, though, like towards the northwest, we've cleared out quite a bit. Maybe a few flurries could be squeezed out of those clouds, but we're not seeing a lot of that heavier snowfall. Still, though, road conditions are slushy in a lot of areas where we have seen that snow falling all through the night and through the early morning hours. Even as plows have gotten out there and have been able to clear roadways, there's still some of that slush left over, and you're just going to want to use caution anywhere that you go this morning, especially if you're heading out within the next couple of hours. Temperatures so far definitely cold this morning. You'll want to bundle up, as well as using that caution stepping outside, because we're only in the 30s here in Lexington, 30 degrees. Down to the south, a little bit warmer. That's why you're only seeing that rain. 32 in Hazard and Jackson. We have started to see temperatures dropping a little bit for some of us. 36 in Williamsburg and Manchester. That's where we could start to see some of that rain transitioning to snow here in these next couple of hours. Estimated snowfall, this is from the radar. Of course, this is not any official measurements from us, but I'd say this is pretty accurate. Looking at 1 to 2 inches for a lot of the bluegrass. We haven't seen a whole lot more than that, especially because a lot of places held on to some of that rain and that mix of rain and maybe sleet a little bit longer than we initially thought it would. That's not a bad thing, because we're seeing a little bit less snowfall out there, except for a few areas far to the north, isolated areas of maybe 3, maybe 4 inches. I could believe that. We will see as you're heading out the door, sending the kids off to school. If they are still going to school, several schools have closed for today. But if they are still having to go out, make sure they watch for slick spots on those sidewalks. They'll want to bundle up, because it'll be cold both for this morning and as you're heading out the door. Futurecast for these next few hours, we see that band continuing to push out. So by late morning, most of us are looking dry. We might see a few flurries through the day, but nothing that's going to really be too impressive. Temperatures will be cold overnight tonight, down in those low 20s. Cloud cover going to stick around pretty much all day and into Wednesday. By Wednesday afternoon, it starts to clear. To the south, we're a little bit warmer, to the cold, a little cooler. Now, clouds build in again Wednesday night into Thursday, but weather looks to stay calm. We're not looking to see a whole lot moving in terms of precipitation once we get this band of snow moving out right now. So today is our main area of concern that we're watching for. Going to want to, again, make sure you're using caution as you're stepping out the door, taking it slow on the roads, leaving plenty of room between you and the car ahead of you.